Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat. Chris Holman here on the Michigan Business Network, and we're in our downtown studios, but we're going to take the long but wonderful drive up to Treetops Resort. Spend a little time with Barry Owens, the general manager. And Barry, it's good to have you on as always. How you doing?
I'm doing great, Chris. It's always a pleasure to catch up with you.
Well, I got to tell you, the pleasure in particular for me, because recollections of treetops is the second best thing to being there. And, as you know, I bring the family up on a personal basis every year to ski, and we get up there to golf. And let's start with the status of last winter and your ski season, how it went, and then how golf looks.
Yeah, the ski season was really good. I mean, the industry as a whole, I can't say enough about what the industry did in preparation. You know, they had the advantage of being able to prepare for about 6 months, or even longer, I guess, from the COVID outbreak, and learn from the other industries like the golf industry. So they did some great work for an organization to share with all of the members, and the season was just incredible. It was, people wanted to get outside, they wanted to be with families, and it was a great escape from what everybody was dealing with. So we're really happy with it, and our staff did an incredible job, because here we were doing skiing in the middle of winter, and great, and we had no indoor dining.
Yeah.
So it presented some challenges there, and our entire staff really rose to the occasion to make the stays memorable for everybody.
Well, a great ski season, but like you say, a lot of the internal stuff went away. Your meetings, et cetera, took kind of a beating, did they not?
They took a complete beating, understandably with what was going on. But yeah, they. I would say it was a first round TKO for the meeting business, but that's all turning and starting to turn around and come back now, as we see our entire world and our country recovering from what we experienced. So.
Yeah. Thank goodness we're at the light end of the tunnel. Barry, what does your golf season coming up look like?
It looks really good. Advanced bookings are strong, and demand continues to be at very high levels. People are excited for the opportunity to once again get out, and I think there's even a greater amount of freedom to get out this summer, because there'll be a lot less restrictions on them. We know with the mask restrictions being lifted if you've been vaccinated and different things like that. So it looks strong. Advanced bookings are great, and would encourage people, if they're looking to come up north, whether you're coming up north to play golf at Treetops, or you're looking to go get a little place to get away, if you don't book in advance, you're going to be scrambling to find something to do, because demand is pretty high in the northern Michigan region right now for all that stuff.
It's interesting, because we had your head of golf, Kevin McKinley, on the other day, and he talked about the Pepsi outing that you have, and the Folds of Honor thing you do with Dan Rooney. He talked about the incredible amount of scholarships you give out in your community, and how benevolent you are as a commercial neighbor of the Gaylord area. You have a number of things going on. Tell me about the Lee Trevino event.
Yeah, so this is pretty exciting. If you remember, Treetops hosted the ESPN Par 3 shootout for many years in the early 2000s, and literally golf's legends played in that event. And 20 years ago this summer, Lee Trevino made what has been called the single richest shot in the history of golf, where he made a hole-in-one on the 7th hole on Treetops, and earned himself a cool $1,090,000 for that shot. And as no surprise, Lee donated half the winnings to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital, because that's one of his passions. And we were sitting around the spring, and Kevin McKinley says, this is the 20-year anniversary. Maybe we could see if we could come back. And it's funny how conversations like that are the impetus to pretty neat things that can happen. And so the process started, and because of his PGA connections and other connections, he was able to reach out, and lo and behold, it's happening. And it's going to take place here at the end of July on the 29th. And there's still sponsorship options available out there, and people can play in it. And I liken it, how many chances do you get to play with a legend? People sometimes don't remember, Trevino won 6 majors. He won 2 US Opens, 2 British, and 2 PGA. And he's 81 years old now, but he's still playing, and it's pretty neat. So sponsors can get slots in the event. There'll be 80 people playing on Treetops, and Lee Trevino is going to be on the 7th hole at the exact same location he made the shot for the hole-in-one, and you'll hit with him from there, and he'll hit a shot with every group that goes through to do that. And so it's just it's pretty neat. And I think those of us that do know Trevino know how much he enjoys life and the game of golf and people in golf. And so it's pretty exciting. And the day it's not just golf for the day. There's also going to be special access for sponsors through luncheon. There's going to be a fireside chat. Mr. Trevino is not the type of guy to just stand up at a podium and talk. So our own George Blaha, who does a lot of work for us and knows Mr. Trevino from when he was here before, he'll be working on the stage for the fireside chat there. And then pretty neat also, there'll be a clinic along with a guy named Dennis Walters and Lee Trevino. And Dennis Walters is a guy that was a great amateur player that was in the same era as Trevino and Nicholas and all of them, and had a cart accident and was paralyzed and became, carved himself out a career as a clinic and a trick shop artist and stuff like that. So they'll be doing this clinic together. And if you haven't seen Walters play, I mean, he can't really walk. He has one of those adaptive carts that has a seat that swings, and you wish you had his swing.
Yeah.
Sitting on a golf cart, he'll beat you to the ground in a game of golf. So
I don't need any more guys doing that.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I really do. I mean, it's how often do you legitimately get to play with a golf Hall of Famer? Those chances don't exist, and it's a Thursday, and get up here and take advantage of it. And we've got all the information up here so people can reach out.
All right. Well, get a hold of Barry on their website, right? That's how you'd go, right?
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Or just give us a call at our 888 Treetops number, and you'll get ask for me or ask for McKinley, and you'll get directed to us. So yeah,
perfect opportunity to show your face with golf, and like you said, a legend on one of the premier golf properties in the country, certainly.
Yeah.
Barry, thanks so much for being with us. Barry Owen, the general manager at Treetops Resort. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Thanks, Chris.
All right. I'm Chris Holman. You're watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. We'll be right back with more.